raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this case?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much. Please be seated.
Good morning, Ms. Coleman. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
For the record, could you state your name?
Sure, it's Venetia Coleman,
And could you spell your first name for the court reporter?
Benetia.
You live in Gwinnett County, Ms. Coleman?
Yes, I do.
How long have you lived here?
About 35 years.
And do you work?
I'm an educator. I have a daycare center.
How long you been doing that?
About 30 years.
Is that here in Gwinnett County too?
Yes, it is.
How many children do you have?
Currently, I have one child.
How many children have you had?
I've had two,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
I only have one now since Bradley has been taken away from us.
Do you know Bradley Lamar Coleman?
Yes, that's my son.
Where did he used to live in 2022?
In 2022, he resided in New Orleans
Did he ever use your address?
all the time.
Did Mr. Coleman have any children?
Yes, he did.
Could you tell us about her?
He had one daughter. Her name is Amira Giselle Guillory Coleman, and right now she's 8 years old. But when this happened, she was 5 years old.
I'm going to show you what's previously been marked as State's Exhibit Number 1, previously shown to the Defense Counsel. You recognize Stage 1?
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize Stage 1?
That's my son.
Your Honor, will you attend Stage 1 this time? No objection, Judge. No objection, Your Honor.
No objection.
State's Exhibit 1 is admitted without objection.
Permission to publish?
Certainly.
John, would you publish Stage 1, please? Now I'm going to show your attention. When was that photo taken, more or less?
A few years, I believe, before he passed away.
Bradley looks kind of tall. How tall was he?
He was 6'9", but he was slender built.
Did he play sports?
Yes, he played football in high school and college.
What college?
He went to Southern University.
Let me ask you a couple of questions about Bradley's lifestyle. In July of 2022, was he visiting you here in Gwinnett County?
Yes, he was.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, he would often bring his daughter home to visit my husband and I because Bradley wasn't married, and he would always say, Mom, you and Dad were great parents to me. And he said, right now I don't have an example for that for my daughter. So it's important for me to bring her around people that are working, that are building together, that's been together for over 40 years. He wanted this stability for his daughter, but at that time he wasn't married, but he wanted to show his daughter the same type of lifestyle that he had.
So July of 2022, he was staying with you?
Pardon me?
Was he staying with you July of 2022?
Yes, he was visiting, yes.
When he visited with you, at the time, did he own a firearm?
Yes, he did.
I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit Number 2. You recognize States 2?
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize it?
That's Bradley's gun.
Your Honor, we would attend States 2 at this time? No objection, Your Honor.
No objection.
Okay, States 2 is admitted without objection.
Permission to publish?
Yes, sir.
John, would you publish States 2? Is that the photograph of States 2 that you just testified to?
Yes, it is.
Smith & Wesson, Miss Coleman?
I'm not sure the brand, but I do know it's a 9mm.
Okay. Thank you, John. Did Bradley carry that firearm with him when he would leave from your house sometimes?
Yes, sometimes he would.
Okay. Let's talk about the day. July 10th, 2022. Did anything happen to Bradley on that day?
Yes, he was murdered on that day.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to the use of the word murder. That is the legal conclusion.
He was shot and killed
Okay.
that day.
When they object, we're going to...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Hold on just a second. Mr. Miller?
Judge will ask Ms. Coleman to use a different word.
Okay, so sustained. If you, Ms. Coleman, if you'll ask the question again, Mr. Melvin, and then you can answer. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
It's okay. July 10th, 2022. What happened to your son?
He was taken away from us.
Was he killed?
Yes, he was.
How'd you find out, Ms. Coleman?
We received a call from a detective. We didn't recognize the call. The call came in 3 times. I told my husband, go ahead and pick it up because it may be something important. Had no idea. It was a detective, and he wanted to meet with us in our home. And when we met with him, he told us that Bradley was involved in a shooting. And at That time, I didn't have any idea that he was going to tell us that our son was deceased. And he said, Mr. and Mrs. Coleman, I'm sorry to inform you that your son did not survive the gunshot wound.
Was Bradley a violent person?
No, he was a loving person.
How old was he when he passed?
He was 29 years old.
He was taking care of his daughter.
Yes, he was an awesome father.
Who's taking care of his daughter now?
Her mother and my husband and I.
Thank you, Jim. Defense counsel has some questions.
Mr. Lewis?
Good morning.
Sorry we have to meet under these circumstances. Obviously, your testimony was that you were aware that your son carried a firearm. Is that fair to say?
Yes,
How often, to your knowledge, would he carry a firearm?
sometimes.
Would you say 50% of the time?
I have no idea.
Fair enough. Bradley's vehicle, was his vehicle ever returned to you?
After he passed away, the detective called us and told us we could pick it up from the Savage Yard, but we called the finance company and had them to pick it up.
So after your son was shot and killed, you never again saw his vehicle or?
Oh, I saw it. We went to the Savage Yard
Okay.
and got his remaining things out of it, and we had the finance company to pick it up.
And that's my real question. When you retrieved all of Bradley's things out of the vehicle, at no point in time did you ever find his firearm. Is that fair to say?
That's correct.
Did law enforcement ever tell you in and around July 10th of 2022 that they had located his firearm? Up until today, has anyone in the district attorney's office or law enforcement ever informed you that they located your son's firearm?
Not to my knowledge.
Thank you very much, ma'am. No further questions.
Mr. Clegg?
Yes, thank you. Allow me to express my condolences for the death of your son.
Thank you.
Your son had a gun, correct?
Pardon me?
Your son had a gun, correct?
Yes.
How long had he had that gun?
I have no idea.
And if you could,
I have no idea. I'm not sure.
fair enough. He actually lived in New Orleans, correct?
Yes.
And at the time, back on July 10th of 2022, he was visiting Gwinnett County, correct?
Correct.
How long had he been in Gwinnett County at the time he was shot?
He had came and stayed for a couple of days and brought his daughter. And then he left and went back. And I believe 1 or 2 days before he was shot, he returned back.
And did he bring his gun with him when he came from New Orleans?
I'm sure he did, yes.
Did he drive or did he walk?
He drove.
And I'm presuming he would have driven the truck, correct?
Correct.
Now, we have seen a photograph, Station Exhibit number 2, of that firearm. You described it as a 9mm, correct?
Yes.
And that was the gun that you recognized to be your son, correct?
Yes.
Do you know, and if you don't, that's fine, but do you know where it is that that photograph was taken?
No.
Do you know when that photograph was taken?
Do I know when the photo?
Yes. If you don't, that's perfectly fine.
Do I know what? Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
The photograph, I'm going to put that with the photograph, Station Exhibit number 2 of the gun.
Uh-huh.
Do you know when that photograph was taken?
I don't know when the photograph was taken, no.
When he came back from New Orleans for that brief period of time prior to his being shot, had you seen the gun?
No.
But you did know him to carry the gun.
Yes.
Normally, he did not bring the gun, or do you know if he had brought the gun into the house, your house?
I'm sure he did because when he would bring it, he would always bring it in the house and he would carry it.
Was there a holster that was associated with it?
Yes.
Now, this is going to be a silly question, but just so we're all on the same page. A holster is something you put the gun in, right?
Correct.
Would you have at some point seen the gun in the holster?
I don't recall.
When your son would go out, would he take the gun with him?
Sometime he would.
And would he have the gun in the holster, or would he remove the gun from
I'm not sure.
Did you you ever know him to carry the gun on his person when he got out of his car?
Say that again?
When he got out of his car?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever know him to have the gun on his person?
On his person?
Yeah. He physically carried the gun with him.
Oh, yes.
So he wouldn't leave the gun typically in the car. He would get out of the car and have the gun with him.
Correct.
Where exactly, if you know, would he carry the gun? Would it be on his belt?
Oh, I don't know where he would carry the gun. I don't know.
Do you know of your own knowledge whether he would keep the gun loaded?
I have no idea.
Did you ever pick up or examine the gun yourself?
Absolutely not.
Did you ever ask him about the gun?
No, I have not.
So you would never have asked him why it was necessary for him to carry the gun, correct?
Excuse me. He did express to me. I have to take that answer back. He did express to me that he had bought a gun, and the reason he had bought a gun for his protection. He did tell me that.
When did he tell you that?
I'm not sure when, but he did. I had that conversation with him.
Now, your son was a good athlete, correct?
When he played college football and basketball, yes. He and high school ball, yes.
He played both sports in college.
Yes. No, in college he only played football. In high school he played basketball and football.
When he was in college playing football, do you recall what position he was playing?
He was a receiver. A receiver.
Okay, you said he was, I believe, 6'9", is that?
Yes. Slender built.
So he's a tall guy, right?
Yes.
And he is a strong individual, correct?
He was slender built. Slender built. I don't know his strength.
Okay. All right. Did he ever tell you anything about practicing shooting the firearm?
No.
Do you know what a safety of a gun is?
No, I don't.
Fair enough, ma'am. Did you ever see any ammunition for the gun?
No.
Do you know what a clip is for a gun?
I know what a clip is.
Clip is what goes in the butt of a
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes, I know what a clip is.
Did you ever see an actual clip that he inserted into?
I don't recall.
On the occasions when you would have seen the gun, would the clip have been in the gun?
I don't recall.
Do you recall what time he would have left your home on the morning of, or the early afternoon of July the 10th of 2022?
I'm not sure exactly what time it was, but I believe it was late morning. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I really don't know.
Do you recall how long he would have been gone from your home when you received the phone call indicating that he had been shot?
Well, when we got the call, it probably was around 3-something, if I'm not mistaken.
Did his daughter live here in the Atlanta area, or did she live in New Orleans with him?
She lived in New Orleans with him.
And was he with the woman at the time who was the mother of the child as well?
No, they were not together. They were co-parenting.
Gotcha. Okay. But did she live in New Orleans?
Yes, she did. Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't think I have any other questions. Thank you so much for
Mm-hmm.
coming.
Ms. Strick?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Mr. Melvin?
No redirect, Your Honor.
Okay. May we release this witness?
We would ask that you release. No objection, Judge.
No objection whatsoever, Your Honor.
No objection.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Coleman, you
Thank
can
you.
step down and you can stay in the courtroom.
Okay.